A demon king, Kalyavana, wanted to avenge his father Garga Muni's insult and destroy the Yadva clan. So, he joined hands with Jarasandha to destroy Mathura. They planned to attack from the east and the west simultaneously. However, when they reached Mathura, an empty city awaited them. An enraged Jarasandha destroyed Mathura and called Krishna a Ranchod, Ran meaning war and Chod meaning run away. Just then Lord Krishna came to meet Kalyavana in his Vishnu form. When Kalyavana saw Lord Krishna, he remembered the description narrated by Narad. He had said, Lord Krishna is like the rising moon and very beautiful to look at. He is dark in complexion, clad in yellow silk garments with the Srivatsa mark on his bosom and Kaustuba Mani sparkling in the neck. He has 4 arms, lotus-like eyes, dazzling alligator-shaped earrings, and a charming smile on his face. Immediately, Kalyavana started chasing Lord Krishna, who quickly ran away towards a distant mountain cave. Krishna's deceit. King Kalyavana had performed several penances and obtained a boon from Lord Shiva that he could not be killed by any Yadava. Lord Krishna knew that he could not kill Kalyavana because of Lord Shiva's boon and decided to kill him through trickery. When Kalyavana came after him, he pretended fear and ran away from the battlefield. But Kalyavana followed him like a shadow. "Why are you running away, you coward?" shouted Kalyavana. But Lord Krishna did not stop. Running on and on, Krishna led Kalyavana into a cave where a king named Muchukunda was sleeping soundly. As soon as Krishna went near him, he took off his yellow silk garment and laid it over the sleeping king. "This cowherd is now hiding in the cave," thought Kalyavana, and he came inside the cave. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw Krishna sleeping inside. King Muchukunda. Kalyavana followed Lord Krishna to the cave in the mountain and saw a man lying asleep, clad with the yellow silk garment. Kalyavana thought that coward Krishna is avoiding a fight by sleeping. He kicked the sleeping man, assuming him to be Lord Krishna. This man was King Muchukunda, who had been sleeping there for a long time. King Muchukunda ruled the earth during the Krita Yuga and had helped the gods in the battle against demons. Then Kartik, son of Lord Shiva, took over as the general of the army of the gods. King Muchukunda had not slept for many years, as he often fought against the demons to protect the gods in heaven. He was very tired, but the earth had changed so much during the period. Thousands of years had elapsed, and there was no one on earth that King Muchukunda could relate to. Kalyavana and Muchukunda. King Muchukunda wanted to attain Moksha, salvation, for the services he offered to the gods. The gods said, "We want to help you, but we are incapable of granting Moksha, as it could only be granted by Lord Vishnu." So, King Muchukunda asked the gods to grant him the boon of sleep, and whoever disturbed his sleep should be instantaneously reduced to ashes. The gods granted Muchukunda the boon and showed him a cave where he could rest. So, King Muchukunda slept in the cave on earth through Satyug, Treta Yug and Dwapar Yug. When Kalyavana kicked Muchukunda, he opened his eyes and rays of fire emanated from his eyes. At once, Kalyavana turned into ashes. King Muchukunda, who was now fully awake, was blessed with the rare sighting as Lord Krishna appeared before the king in the form of Vishnu. The king was granted moksha for his devotion. Thus, Lord Krishna's plan of destroying another demon succeeded. Rukmi and Rukmini. Bhishmaka, the king of Vidarbha, had 2 children, Prince Rukmi and Princess Rukmini. He had heard many stories of Lord Krishna's valor and secretly wished him to be his son-in-law. Bhishmaka knew that it might not be possible, as Kansa's father-in-law Jarasandha was their overlord and Lord Krishna was his sworn enemy. In fact, Prince Rukmi was a friend of Kansa and hated Krishna since Kansa's death. He wanted his younger sister Rukmini to marry Shishupal, the crown prince of Chedi, who also was favoured by Jarasandha. Bhishmaka had to agree with Rukmi and decided to marry his daughter to Shishupal. But Princess Rukmini had heard stories of Lord Krishna's valor since her childhood and she had her heart set on marrying Lord Krishna. When she learned that her brother had chosen Shishupal for her, she resolved with determination, I will marry only Lord Krishna or give up my life. But Rukmi refused to get his sister married to Krishna.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.